is June, and today I'm going to be playing with this Adept Arrow inspired palette. Yesterday I filmed a look and I really enjoyed it, and today I really wanted to play with this again. I filmed yesterday's look, but I'm not posting it. It was way too long, and I'll get more into issues with the video yesterday, but I'm going to recreate the look that I created yesterday with maybe some changes. We'll see. When I was doing the look yesterday, I was considering, well, I thought it would be really nice to use a purple, and I thought it would be really complimentary because the Element 115 palette from Adept has some cooler toned purples that I think would go really well with these cooler toned greens. And right now I'm just curling my eyelashes. I usually curl my eyelashes at the beginning and then at the end, which I haven't really seen any, well, I don't know, maybe other people do this. I haven't really seen it. For me, my eyelashes are very straight, and if it makes my eye structure look different, and so, or it makes my eye structure look different when it's curled versus not curled, and so it just helps me to see the final layout and shape, the final shape of my eye as I'm doing makeup. It's really why I do it, but I have to be very gentle. My skin is very sensitive today. Currently, so filming the video yesterday, I need some coffee. One of the issues I was running into was having a lot of energy, and having so much energy that I wasn't used to it. It was very overwhelming, and I think so. Yesterday I went in outer corner, inner corner, and most of the rest of the lid, and then this is used to blend, and it looked really nice. And I'm trying to decide with the Adept palette where I would want the purple if I used purple. Maybe, I think it would look really cool to do these two shades and then have this really bright pastel, or I wouldn't say pastel, it's more just a really bright white based green in the inner corner again. That was, I'm gonna try that. We'll see how this turns out. I look so bad, we'll see. But that's the fun of makeup, right? It doesn't always work out, and that's fine. You can always take it off. Oh man, I'm running out of brushes. I forgot about this. Okay. Taking this dirty brush that has purple on it already, I'm going to go into Specimen here. But yeah, yesterday's video, I had way too much energy. I was literally shaking. My eye look turned out great, but I was just way too high energy, which is very uncharacteristic of me. But lately, the last couple months, okay, so if you haven't watched my birth control video, you should definitely watch it. It's an hour long. It's long, but it's interesting. Okay, also this is not the color I was expecting. I was expecting oh, that's why I was expecting this color more so. Okay, I didn't pick that color up, that's why. It just doesn't look the same on the eye. That's okay. Maybe it's probably just this brush. It's not a clean brush, and it would be better for applying a shimmer or something, but it is what it is. But yeah, the birth control video, because it really has to do with hormones, of why I was not able to post the video yesterday, which is fine. It is what it is. I'm adjusting as my body is changing, and my goals are changing, you know. But one of the things that's been really interesting that I didn't have a problem with beforehand, and I don't know if it's the fact that I'm not on birth control, or if it's because my body is changing, because I'm technically at a really, it's not a super low body fat percentage, but it's a low body fat one of the lowest body fat percentages I've been at since like recovering from an ED. And so it might just be my body responding to it, because being at this body fat percentage has been really nice in a few ways, but the PMS symptoms have gotten, they're different now. So I've been having, for the past probably 5 months, every time I'm on my period, I get really bad insomnia. It's bad for me. I'm able to sleep like 3 hours a night, maybe. Sometimes I don't sleep 3 hours a night. Like, this is not. I'm going to go in with, this is a little bigger than I want. Okay, I'm going to go in with this brush and go into here and pat this in to this area and leave this area open for the green. This propulsion. But yeah, having some insomnia, sleeping 3 hours a night, pretty much leading the 3 or 4 days leading up to my period, and then while I'm on my period. And why is this not picking up on the brushes? Okay. What is this? What is going on? I can see it. Is it because I'm tapping it? What? Maybe I need a, okay, I see it. Wow, okay. I need a more precise brush. Going in with this smaller brush into the same shade. And tapping it along the edges. This is not turning out how I was anticipating. That's all right. I'm just going with that. I'm not swiping. I'm just tapping, because it's really easy for looks like this with really dark colors to kind of get muddy, and it's getting muddy. It's getting muddy despite that. But yeah, having some really bad insomnia to me, because before, when I probably more than 25% body fat, I sleep really well. I sleep like 12 hours a day and I really like sleeping. It's really a nice experience for me. There's times, most of the time I wake up and I'm still tired, despite getting 12 hours of sleep, and that's been the norm for forever. Even before I went through puberty, I was just really fatigued and tired all of the time. And, you know, I was a very kid. I was in like the 99th percentile of obesity for children, you know, like I was a big kid. And and that might have also just, you know, I was at a pretty high body fat percentage my whole life, except when I had the ED, and I was tired during that time because I had an ED, you know. Versus now I don't have an ED. Like I'm cutting and I'm getting like 2,000 calories a day on a cut, and I'm like I ate a bagel yesterday with cream cheese. Like that's not people don't think of diets and think I'm gonna eat a bagel, you know, I'm gonna eat a bagel every day. But for me, I can, because of just my metabolism and working out and just my muscle mass and all that. It's a lot of calculations and it's a lot of figuring it out. I wouldn't recommend people necessarily try to figure that out by themselves, because it can get kind of complicated, and then if you rush the process, it can be very unhealthy. I don't love the way this is looking right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little it's okay. It's okay. It'll work out, and if it doesn't, that's okay. It's okay. I am going to go in with another brush similar to what I just used. I'm gonna go in with this brush, and I'm gonna go into this shade, and I'm going to start all the way over here and go out, and hopefully it will work out. Yesterday, using these colors, using this palette, one of the things I really enjoyed about using this was the intensity. Yeah, like that looks so good. I like that. And then also, I was also using patting motions like this, and the blend was so good. I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the look that I created yesterday. Okay, yeah, this is more what I envisioned. This is a little darker than a little more intense than I was picturing, but I wear glasses, so it'll be fine. The glasses will tone it down for sure. Okay, and then it's blending really well, and it's toning down the muddiness, surprisingly, and it's making it look a little more cohesive and a little brighter. Okay, yeah, I really like that. The technique and the execution is not great, but my skill has really, I used to be much more detailed and honestly artistically, objectively better at eyeshadow. A while back ago, I was doing my makeup every day, doing complex looks every day, and I really enjoyed it. But since probably the last few semesters of my bachelor's degree and then starting my master's, makeup has really gone on the wayside, especially, you know, as prices increase, and then trying to save money and pay off student loans and do all of that. You know, it can be doing my makeup and being creative in this way, because it honestly is just a creative outlet for me. It was put on the back burner, and so when I'm making these videos, it's really, really fun for me to just sit down and do makeup and just kind of forget my cares of the world and just enjoy myself, you know. So I've been really enjoying this I've just been really enjoying this. And I really like this green and purple. Oh, I really like this. I think I'm going to, so one of the things that is bothering me right now about this eye look is I wanted more of a vibrant color on my outer corner versus this. It's a little dark, and also this is not even. I don't like the unevenness right now. I'm going to go in with this shade and mix them and kind of blend out a little bit these edges here, and maybe brighten it up a little with a different brush. Okay, going with both. Okay, yeah, that's much more what I was. I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm kind of far from the camera. Maybe eventually. I'm trying to form the habit and see if I can maintain this habit of posting videos pretty much every day throughout the week. I'm not going to really post on the weekends unless it's a pre-filmed video, just because on the weekends I'm with my partner and I'm doing things like doing my master's program really intensely, or more intensely on the weekends, because you know I work full time, and it's easier to sit down and focus for 8 hours on the weekend on school versus I still work throughout the day, or I still do school throughout the week, but honestly during the week I'm usually focused on personal projects that relate to future work that I'm doing, kind of passion projects. My degree, or my master's degree, is in software engineering, and so my passion projects are also in software engineering. And when I finish them, or once I get closer to finishing them, I will share that with you guys, because I am so passionate about these projects that I'm doing. They're so fun. I really enjoy them. And when I say I'll share them with you, like I'll just tell you about them. I'm not going to sit down and give you a, oh man, this is beautiful. Well, I don't know about this outer corner, we'll see. I'm not loving this blend and the shape and stuff, but that's okay. Maybe by the end, but I really am enjoying this color here, and it's just blending so well. But yeah, I'll share that with this on this channel, just talking about what it is and that sort of thing as I get closer to finishing it. It's in I actually just potentially finished the back end of it, so like all the complicated coding to make it all work correctly, and I'm starting on the front end of it this weekend, which is the part that people will use and experience themselves. And I won't lie, I prefer working on the back end side of things, or the entire development process, versus front end. I am not a website designer. Well, I can be. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy the artistry of building websites. Like, there's some really amazing things people have done, and it's just not something I love doing. And I have experience with it, and I don't mind working on website design, but I don't love the creative process of website design. I'm gonna go in with, I was gonna go in with this shade, but like as a tight line. Don't want to. No, I'm not gonna do that. Actually, I might use this blue and use it on the bottom lash. That might look cool. it also might not show up at all. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna go in here. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see because I don't have the best, I'm filming on a phone, but I love this. Blue is my favorite. This specific like neutral to cool tone blues, I mean, a warm tone blue is leaning like indigo or purple, but this shade of blue is honestly amongst my favorite shades of blue. This just really bright, clear, strong blue. I really, really enjoy it. I enjoy wearing this color like in clothing and eye looks, and I just, yes, it's very subtle in the camera, but I love that. And actually, I'm gonna use this pencil brush, and I'm going to go in the middle here and just press and kind of, so when I do a wing, I'm going to go like from here out, and then the inner corner a little bit from here in, and then this middle part is where I'm going to use the blue, and then I'll use the darker shades to kind of bridge it. It'll be difficult for you guys to see because my camera's not good, but, or I'm like, I can't zoom in or get super great detail, but you get the gist. You get the gist. And this is looking so different from my look yesterday. I'm really glad I didn't post that video from yesterday. It was so long. I wasn't able to keep a thought in my head, but I had so much energy yesterday. It was insane. I had so much energy and I was moving around so much. And this morning when I was awake from having the insomnia, like around 3 a.m., I was so hungry. And I don't usually get hungry in the middle, like I haven't really had a problem with hunger or being hungry in the middle of the night or anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna go in here and gonna do the line. I keep trying to use that color to do that, and it's not, it's going to be too powdery. I'm going to go in with this palette, Blend Bunny, no, I'm not going to. I'm gonna go in with this palette, this Blend Bunny palette, Dollhouse palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade here. I know exactly what shade I want because it has an indentation. It's almost at pan. And now I'm going to use this to wing out this look, give it a little more structure, blend it here. I don't know if you guys can really see that very well. And also like, I have to make a different shaped wing because it's a little too weak with the rest of the eye look. I need to do a bigger wing. Okay, that looks more balanced with this here. And then I'm going to go in on the inner corner. Create that nice shape. Having insomnia has been really, really interesting. It wasn't like I expected it to, and maybe I'm using the word insomnia incorrectly, because technically I am able to sleep for like three hours a night, so I don't know if that counts as insomnia. or not, or if like you need to not sleep at all. I'm not really sure, but comparatively to how I used to sleep, which is 12 hours a day, it's been pretty interesting, and I've actually been okay. The biggest concern I have with the insomnia is honestly my recovery as a bodybuilder, because your body needs sleep to repair your muscles and things. And so I've been worried about that, but my muscle mass has stayed really, really good. I have sustained my muscle much, much better, and yeah, just much more than I anticipated. Because, so like a common thing in bodybuilding is for people to say, however long you think it's going to take to lose weight, double that time. And then however much muscle you think that you're going to keep when you cut, you can't really assume anything. And however much muscle you think you can gain in a certain amount of time, double that as well. Because people generally overestimate how much muscle they can gain, how quickly they can gain muscle, how quickly they can gain fat. And generally most people's goals is to, even in just daily life, not even as bodybuilding, a lot of people's goals is to have a certain shape and a certain look and to maintain a certain figure. And to do that, generally you need some sort of muscle somewhere, and that means not losing it all as you cut or as you lose weight. And it can be like if you're hitting the diet too hard, or it's very easy to lose muscle if you're approaching weight loss in a way that I don't want to say is unhealthy, but that doesn't maintain your muscle mass. I'm going to go in with this pencil brush, and I'm going to, okay, so yesterday I used these shades here. I used this shade on my outer corner, and I used this shade in my inner corner, and then I used this shade on the inner corner here to highlight, and I really enjoyed it. I just wanted to put this whole shade all over my eyelids, so I'm going to do that today. Despite the really cool shifty shades in the Arrow inspired palette, I want to do the look that I want to do, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, so anyway, the insomnia, it's just really interesting for me, because despite having the insomnia, I am generally having really high energy levels. That's so beautiful. This is so gorgeous. Yeah, really high energy levels, and then I'll just randomly crash. So last night I went to bed at like 4 a.m. and I woke up at 7. And I feel fine, and I'm much calmer than I was the day before, when I also got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and I was a little too much for myself. Like, I'm a very mellow and pretty neutral, calm person, and my energy yesterday, I was a little overstimulated for myself. Like, I did not want to be in the same room as me at one point. This is so gorgeous. I love this. Oh my gosh. And so it's just been really interesting, and that's how it has manifested the last 5 months. At least once a week for the last 5 months, sometimes more. Like last month, it lasted, this insomnia like 3 hours a night lasted like 2 weeks. And that was really difficult because I was also having anxiety about it, of it, eating up all my muscle. And I was like, I need to eat more or eat more protein and just eat more in general because to like make up for my lack of recovery while sleeping. And so I did, and it ended up being fine. It's like, it's balancing itself out, and I'm really grateful that I'm able to have this knowledge about myself, I suppose. And I'm not saying that I'm so knowledgeable about myself. I'm still, one of the defining conversations of my life, I would say, of my perspective on myself and other people in my life, was this really great conversation I had when I was a young woman. I mean, I'm still young, I'm 27. I think I was 22 or something, and I was just coming out of the throes of my eating disorder, and I was at a point where I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm recovered from this. But this conversation just really solidified my ideas about the world that really helped me to get over my eating disorder. And this older woman, probably, I don't know how old she was. She had like 3 kids that were all older than me. Well, some of them were, not all of them were older than me. Some of them were older than me. And she had already gone through menopause and all of that. And so like she'd seen life, she was somebody that I would consider wise, and we were having a conversation, and I don't know how we got onto the topic of like changing bodies. It might have been me being like, I feel like I'm going through a second puberty or something like that. And she looked at me and she was like, honey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Don't get attached to your body at this point or any other point, because your body is gonna change about 50 times by the time you're my age. And it was a very defining moment. And it wasn't like, don't enjoy what you have now. It was more just like, it really doesn't matter, because if you are like, oh, I really like the way that I look in these jeans, like next year you might look completely different, and it might not be a bad thing. It might be a bad thing mentally to you, because change can be really difficult for a lot of people. But ultimately, like, your body is just it's always changing. It's always changing. Okay, I really enjoy this look. This looks better than I trust the process, I guess. Like, it's still not to the level of artistry that I prefer, but getting back into doing makeup, it looks pretty close. It looks pretty good. I say that I'm someone who really, really enjoys like drag makeup and just like really bright artistic makeup. I just really, really enjoy it, and my skill has decreased, but that's okay. I'm getting back into it, and I'm really enjoying this process. But yeah, so if you haven't heard that saying before, that like your body is going to change 50 times by the time that you're 50, well, you heard it on this channel, and it's completely true. Maybe not that many times, or maybe more, who knows, but your body is constantly changing, and so don't get hung up on one version of it. And you can change it to whatever you are willing to do, yeah, that was a very important lesson for me, and that was just a really defining moment in the way that I perceived myself, and it really helped me to gain to gain perspective and stop living in my own like echo chamber of man, I suck, man, I'm so ugly, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. That's not helpful. It's not helpful at all. Like it might make you change certain habits, but it's not going to make you change in a way that's healthy for you or for other people around you, you know. Oh, I can't stop looking at this in this mirror or in the camera. I love how vibrant this is. I love how vibrant this is, and I love the shimmer, and I love the shape that's giving to my eyes. Is this even? Hold on. Let me figure out if I need to like, I think this is not even. I'm 35 minutes into this video. I need to not care about that right now. I need to go to work today. Okay. My skin is simultaneously looking really good and also not great at the same time. I have to be really careful. One of the things that I've noticed when I'm having these episodes of not being able to sleep or sleep very much or well is that my skin gets really, really sensitive when this happens. And so like this morning I was washing my face with water and I had to be so much more gentle than I normally am. And not that I'm not gentle normally, it's just like I couldn't pull on my skin at all. It just felt really bad to have any sort of friction. Using these brushes feels a little better than using my fingers to wash my face, but I'm still gonna practice caution. And also I think I need to go in with the black eyeliner on my, oh, that was a little too much concealer right there. It's okay. Gotta stay focused. I know this is not the best execution of technique and anything like that, but if makeup is to bring, to me personally, makeup is to bring joy to people, and specifically, you know, the person doing it. And if you're not experiencing joy when you're doing your makeup, that I wouldn't do makeup if it didn't bring me joy. I'm not gonna lie. And when I say that, I don't mean like, I think it's fine to want to just relax and do makeup. Like I would say that I'm doing that now. But one of the things that I really enjoy is just, I love the experience of makeup, and it's just, even though I know this isn't the objectively best look or technique or anything like that, I think I look so sexy. I love it. And that's what's important, right? There's a lot of people who would say that this is not a good look, or like just like not agree with my opinion about that I look like a sexy babe right now, but that's okay. It's this look is for me. I'm gonna go to work, go to meetings looking like this, and if people don't like it, I don't really care. They can bring it up with HR, which they won't, because people generally just don't care. And if they do, it's kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Just it is strange if people are caring about the way that you look that technically aligns with company policy. But man, if you're doing your makeup and you don't think that you look like a sexy baby, you need to change the way that you're doing makeup, or like do it more to your preference. Do it more to your preference, because I love feeling this way when I do my makeup. And for me, that's an important aspect of it, of doing makeup. Like for me, I'm not a big fan of doing makeup just to look nice to everyone else. Like there are some times, like there are times I have to give presentations or present research or present things to people, and in those moments I'm not going to show up with this. When it's like a group of 200 or 300 people, I don't know. I'll say that. If it's like a group of 10 people that I work with normally, and I know them, I wouldn't have a problem wearing this. And like I've given presentations to like the dean of a school, the dean of a, I think it was what was it? Dean of a school at a university. There we go. In something like this, and it was fine. It was like a arts and humanities college, so it's like not. They're a little more accepting, versus I don't think I would go to my software engineering people that I like. If I wouldn't go to like a 200, 300 person event and go in this makeup, but giving a presentation to people I know, I would probably wear something like this. Yeah, but for me, makeup, I do my makeup to bring me a lot of joy generally, and if I'm giving a presentation to 200 to 300 people I don't know, I'm going to wear like I'll probably do my eyebrows and curl my eyelashes, and that's about it. I usually am not going super. I'm usually not doing my makeup very much when I'm doing that, because it doesn't bring me joy. I'm just doing it for someone else, in those situations. Like, yeah, I want to look nice, but honestly, in the industries that I work in, like, people really, really don't care, and they would probably okay, I'm at 43 minutes. Story time. So I have given presentations at like NASA adjacent events, and I've worked with NASA adjacent groups with like volunteer work, and pretty closely, and that's actually some of the things that my software engineering personal projects revolve around, is things involving space biology and that sort of thing, because it's something I really enjoy, and I've been doing. I did internships and stuff with that kind of thing as an undergrad, and there was a time when there was a person who was a keynote speaker at an event with all these scientists and like PhD people and people who were really scientific and really into science and really respected the mind and people's ability to produce research and that sort of thing. They were very intellectually focused. And the keynote speaker was a woman, which was great, but she was somebody who she went up into space basically as a social media thing, and she wasn't a scientist. And for scientists who work on, there was a lot of people who were really upset at the fact that she was the keynote speaker, because they felt that she didn't bring a lot to the table when it came to scientific exploration, because she wasn't a scientist, and she was getting this opportunity to go into space because of her appearance, basically, which was, you know, I don't know if that was true or not. I didn't do research into it, but a lot of people, I was in a position where people felt that it comfortable basically like telling me their concerns with this, and they told me like after the fact, because I didn't really know that that person was speaking. I was presenting at the conference, and I was concerned about my own presentation, and I didn't really look into the keynote speaker or anything, and unfortunately my perception of it, this might not be accurate, was that they kind of saw this person as a unqualified and just getting the position because of her appearance. And I'm not going to lie, like, I understand their perspective. Because that person didn't have any scientific background, and they were presenting at a scientific conference on, like, it was a very odd keynote speech. It was very odd because there was another person who was a scientist who, instead of talking about the research or anything like that, they were basically defending why this person was valid and why they should be. It was a very, very strange experience. My neighbor. And so all of that to say is that in the industry that I work in, people are much, like, it's okay, it's fine if you look good. In fact, like, that, it's fine if I show up to the presentation like this, you know, or to give a scientific speech like this, but people are much more concerned with your mind and with your ability to present and like that sort of thing. Like, it's less superficial in that way, but and they don't appreciate people getting positions for superficial reasons. I don't think, other than modeling, I don't think most people do. And so that was and when this was happening, I was also a lot younger, and it was like my first exposure to the world of this kind of situation. I hadn't, you know, and the people weren't mean about it necessarily. Like, people weren't like bullying her or like the keynote speaker, or like saying things that were inappropriate. It was more just like, we don't connect with this person, and we feel like we were jaded as a community in this way. I don't know why I brought that up. I don't know. I don't remember why, but it was a very interesting experience. And I was younger, like, I was still in my bachelor's degree when this was happening. And it was just a very, very interesting experience. And like, the first time I think I saw the system of like people getting positions that, like, just a lot of politics involved in the position. And I don't mean like Republican, Democrat. I mean like, this person knows this person, and this person is more qualified, but this person gets it instead because of these features. And so it was a very interesting experience. And, you know, I don't know, maybe I brought that up to talk about the community that I am a part of, where it doesn't, like, you can look any way that you want. You just have to, you know, bring yourself to the table mentally, potentially. I don't know. You know, I'm only 27. I have a lot to learn about life, and I don't even know if what I'm saying is even true. Like, it just might have been my perspective. But anyway, this is a finished makeup look. I really, really like it. I hope my skill gets better with the makeup brushes, but I accept this. I think it looks, I like it. I think I look sexy right now. And I hope you guys have a great day. I really, really enjoyed doing this makeup look. But yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.